Hi, my name is Schirlei. I'm from Brazil. I came to Canada to study English for 6 months. 6 months. It's an internship program. I studied 3 months and I did an internship in newspaper. I finished university last year and now I'm doing my internship in Epoch Times newspaper. And I did for 3 months, and this is my boss. He is Matthew Lido. And which one?
Okay. What's your job here, Shirley?
I am a journalist. I
Okay.
report.
All right.
Yeah.
What type of things do you write about?
About culture and entertainment.
Okay.
And festivals and interesting things.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like it working at the Epoch Times?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of things and it's good for my career. And
How so? How is it good for your career?
He helped me to do better my job, and to do in English is very hard because we have to speak in English with people, and write in English is very difficult. But I think when I do it in Portuguese, it's gonna be better because if now it's hard, maybe in Portuguese now I can do easier and better. Yes.
Okay. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about Shirley, how she's doing here?
Yeah, it's been good. I was a little bit concerned at first because her English isn't perfect, but she really plowed through, and her determination was really kind of impressive, and her instincts as a journalist are really good. So it was kind of this interesting process to watch her learning really two things at once. Journalism in Canada, and also how to work with a newspaper. I think it's been a good experience for her. It's definitely been good for us, just because she's provided a lot of great articles. She's also, at the same time, I think she's represented the company well because she carries herself in a good way. She's got a friendly demeanor, and she's gone out there and talked to a lot of people. Just looking at her stories and the number of people she's talked to do a story, it's really like, it's a long list, and that's good. It's not only as a smaller newspaper at this point in Toronto, we're big internationally, but our presence in Toronto is growing, but still somewhat limited. It's great to have somebody like Schirlei out in the field, really talking to a lot of people, and doing a good job and getting us content, that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
Okay.
So that's great.
How's her English now at the end of the internship?
I would say it's improved. It was never that bad. Maybe I overstated that. Her English is good overall, and she writes well. Of course, there's grammatical things, but you always can understand what she's saying, and she uses. I think in some ways that English isn't Shirley's native language is an advantage, because the turns of phrase are unique. The way of approaching a story idea or a topic is unique, and it's easy to edit something and improve the grammar. That's not a big challenge. But that interesting perspective isn't something you can really just that you can really teach a reporter, or that you can get out of somebody, and that's something she's brought to her story. So that's been really good.
Good. Has it led to any specific successes? Has she had anything published?
Yeah, I think she had a few stories published actually, and the current newspaper is probably one of her best stories, I think. And it was her own idea too. It was something also unique because she comes from a different place. She looks at Canada with a unique perspective, and she found story ideas that maybe Canadians wouldn't notice at first.
All right.
And so that was, she did a story about buskers in the subways, which is a really interesting cultural piece, and Canadians just walk right by them and never think about them. So that was a really interesting story.
Can you tell us about the story, Shirley? How did you pick the topic, and what's it about?
Because it was different for me since I arrived here. I think it's very nice. The buskers in the subway, you have to take the subway every day and it's boring, but then you have music, so it's gonna be fine. For me, it was nice. It was different because I don't have this in my city, for example. It's not common, and I feel they do it with emotion, but people maybe cannot see. So if we can say something about them, maybe people can see better now if they read. Yeah.
Good. And how did it feel to have it published?
It's very good, yeah. Very
I
nice.
bet. Nice one. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh.